My take on motivation. Alright, pretty simple really. You've got an end result you want to achieve, then you've got the options that go towards achieving that, and then you've got the psychology you approach it with. Now, the goal is different for everyone, and so is the psychology, but the options are usually the same. Now, there's routes to go towards getting a goal. Some things are in line, some things are not. I think for most people, they just haven't figured out yet what they want or what it is they're trying to achieve. And so in turn, it's like a very vague, it's not crystal clear. When something's so crystal clear that you know exactly what it is you want, then it makes you trim down all the options. Like someone that wants to become a boxer, they're not going to go off and do ballet classes, or they're not going to do, I don't know, something that's not in line or conjunction or congruent with that. So you've got to figure out what you want specifically so that you can then trim the options down and don't waste time, because it's the one thing people say we don't have enough of, but everyone's got the same amount of time, we just have different priorities. Again, that goes back to what you want. So then the options are pretty much amplified by your psychology, like the commitment you're about to take or why you're willing to take it. So pretty much the result is what you want, the options is how you do it, but the most important question is that, or the most important component is why you're doing it, which is the psychology. Now, your psychology comes from your previous experiences. A previous experience is like, the map you're going off. If you have no other previous experience, then you don't know any different. So that determines how we think, or how we choose to think, at least anyway. How you think then determines how you feel, much like when you watch like a horror film, and you imagine yourself being in that situation, and you feel your body get uptight, and manifest itself. So what you think you feel, you then start behaving like, or think, feel, do. You behave like, and when you interact with the rest of the world towards your goal, will determine the result you get, and then the result you get determines, your attitude. Now, some people, because they don't know what they want, they'll start something and then something just doesn't go right, and it's like, oh no, I'm just not that type of person. That's the way life is. That's how it is, and it's all these things that people have told them before that, maybe they didn't set their goals right. Maybe they didn't have enough commitment or whatever it was, but they then just tell other people. I call them the gatekeepers. The amount of people that I've heard and seen, say, oh no, you can't do that, and there's nothing that way, or there's nothing outside. Particularly when I was in the military, when I was leaving, everyone's like, nah, there's nothing, don't go outside. It's there's nothing in Civilian Street, and it's like, oh really, okay, cool. So again, your pre-learned disposition will determine how you think. How you think will then determine how you feel, and how you feel then determines how you behave and interact, and the result you get, which can create either an upward spiral or a downward spiral. But the truth is, there's no such thing as failure. There's just feedback, and if you want something that much enough, then it doesn't matter if you don't get the result you want to begin with. You just take the information you've learned, what works, you keep that, and you discard what doesn't. You keep moving forward. Eventually, you get what you want, and if you do that enough times, you realise that commitment and desire and passion towards something, will get you that result. And that's pretty much how motivation works. That's my take, at least, anyway. So.